huge like stir right now because the season 1's about to hit in Diablo 4, right? And it's a lot of drama. It's bad. Okay. Now I was gonna review the patch when it dropped yesterday, but the problem right now, the problem with it is like the more I read it, I was getting pissed off because like I'm playing Barbarian, right? And like Barbarian got super nerfed. Like everyone got nerfed. Okay, I get it, but like I had just switched over from a build of using Bleed Zerker to use Hota and the Hammer of the Ancients build, and I got so pissed because they basically just completely targeted that build only right after I just refunded and switched over. Now, if I switch over back to Bleed Zerker, I don't even know if it's going to be even worth it. So I'm probably just going to wait till season hits tomorrow. And I might play Barbarian, I might play something else. I don't know, because like it honestly bugs the hell out of me. Like the patch is just horrible. The patch is just the whole thing gets harder. Everything is so much worse. We're going to watch DM's take on it because he's upset too. He's pissed off about this.
I normally try to strike a balance, and normally I try not to. I've done a lot of complaining in the past about games, and I
feel bad for him because he's been doing a great job.
The positives out of this, and I try to keep the excitement and whatnot going for the people that are excited, etc. But like my shirt says, not today. Okay, so if you don't want to see negativity, I would click off of this video now. Because
I mean, he's just being honest, though.
It's going to be my unedited thoughts on the patch after having tested it, having talked to a bunch of people, and honestly, after the live stream yesterday, I played the patch. I was like, I need a beer and burger. So I went to a bar, I had a beer, and I ate a burger. And I went home and went to bed and didn't think about it because I didn't want to. Then I came alive again this morning, and I thought, yep, still hate it. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
That used to be me after having a raid back in 14 when I was raiding like ultimate content. Every time I needed to raid and have raid night, I needed to drink afterwards.
I want to address the first things, which is that there is hidden nerfs in the patch as well. There are things within the patch that are very bugged and very nerfed. I will give you one such example right now. I have 2 more skill points than normal. You know why? Because this move right here, Imperfectly Balanced, is now bugged, and it is a 1 out of 3. I have no idea why. It just no longer accepts 3 skill points.
That to me doesn't look like a bug, though. It looks like just a basic skill you click on. It doesn't even have a number base value anymore. Like, what?
It has been already confirmed as a bug.
Oh, okay, good.
Cinders seem to be dropping way less. This is also confirmed as a bug. You know what else dropped? The tier in which Nightmare Dungeon I can clear. And that one's not a bug because my character, when I logged in today, not only did less damage, but took way more damage. The problem with this game already was not that I'm surviving too much. I don't know where that came into the equation and why you probably saw me be basically shocked when I was going through the patch notes. I was trying to be like, okay, well, maybe there's something I don't get. Because I'll be honest, a lot of times I don't understand the patch notes as much as other people. I'm not a pro at this game. I try my best to give basic tips and entertain the audience. I know that. I'm trying. Okay?
No, yeah, you don't gotta be an expert to understand what's going on.
Barbarian nerf and the rogue nerf, sometimes I miss things. But I can't miss it when it stares me in the face when I log into the game and bluntly see, oh, I just die now. And what I don't understand is that this isn't a game where it's like I go 100% HP, 80% HP, 70%, 60%. Oh, I better heal 50%, 40%. Oh no, I made 3 or 4 mistakes in a row. When you die, you make 1 mistake. You either stood in a cheesy CC circle and it was a skill issue of not dodging the CC, or a guy goes and then runs through you and one-shots you out of nowhere.
Yeah, like the boars in one of the wood dungeons. I forgot the name exactly. It's over in the first starting area, Act 1 though. But man, there's them boars that run through you and one-shot you, and my buddy has issues with that. He's a sorcerer, but still, like, they've damn near killed me on Barbarian before this patch, and like now I'm probably just gonna die to him. It's like, seriously? It's uncalled for. Completely uncalled for.
At no point in any of the times when I died before the nerf did I think, oh wow, that damage was slow, methodical, and I could have avoided. It was always instant, and I'm always dying right now because of either one really cheesy thing or of a skill issue. So when I started playing this patch and started getting nuked even quicker, I just thought all it did was take what felt like the damage problem, which is either I'm live or dead. There's like no middle ground, and then just extended that. So I really kind of don't get that. And I especially feel bad for literally anyone that wants to play hardcore. We were going to do a hardcore challenge.
I don't even want to think about it anymore.
Season 1. And like all of my friends have bailed on even wanting to play hardcore already.
We started playing it on the race, and we felt like it was just not worth it because of all the bugs and stuff that could happen that could kill you. So it was like, we're not going to, like, I tried it. My buddy got killed like at level 40. And we're like, okay, we're done. We're just going to go ahead and do the legacy and do the normal playthrough. Because, like, it's not worth it. Like, if you're going to release a half-baked game, have a race at the same time, what are you doing? Are you trying to just piss off the player base and people that actually want to put their time in and not have it wasted? Like, if you're going to do an actual race, do it, like, a couple seasons in. Like, have it where, like, you know the game's polished, it has things in place so that you don't get your character ripped out from under you from something you can't control. It was just, it's a shit show. Now, with this patch, I'm never going to touch hardcore. My hardcore level 40 character is going to sit there now, probably. I don't even feel like doing it because of how bad they have had it.
Now, I can understand the argument that I think people are making, and I myself was trying to understand with my copium of like, okay, where's the good in this? Which is maybe it's like a veggie shake, okay? Which is right now it feels bad, but it's good for you and the longevity of it. And then the longer I thought about that logic, I actually don't care if it is good for the longevity of it. Because what it's not good is for the immediate-jevity of it, if that's actually a term. People are going to hate this.
Yeah, like, why would you care about the long-term health of the game when, if people aren't having fun playing it now, that's your problem. But no one cares about what they're going to be doing, like 3-4 months down the road after the next season comes out. And because at that point, you're going to be playing other games, too, and you're going to lose half your community, or people that want to play the game. What is your, like, priority? You know, like, when you make a game, you care about the money, or do you care about the people that actually want to play the game and enjoy themselves? Because, like, obviously, you make the game fun for each season. Make it fun now. Stop trying to make changes to, like, think 10 months ahead of time when that's not what people fucking care about.
Log in, your character feels worse. The people that min-max their gear just got a factual downgrade.
Yeah, fuck me.
No one feels stronger after the patch. We
ridiculous.
All feel weaker. And the one I really don't understand is why we nerfed experience in a game that's designed, it looks like I've always said this game is designed for casuals, and I've also, and me and everybody else that looks around says casuals aren't going to hit level 100, so why are we nerfing experience for casuals? And then why is the experience that is now it's way harder to get less experience?
I think it takes way too damn long in general, and it has since it launched, to level up to 100. It's ridiculous. Like, you don't have to make the game super easy after you hit 100. You can make the game harder, but, like, make it so you level up. Because, like, the fact that I can't, like, hurry up and level up to 100 all the time without spending hours of my freaking time on Diablo 4 just to hit the cap is honestly aggravating as shit. Like, I play other games, too. You know what I mean? Like, this goes for a lot of people, too. It's ridiculous. Like, let us hit 100, get our build going, figure out what we're going to have on, and then make the enemies and shit harder at that point. Make it so, like, when you hit 100, the game's different. Like, that's not a hard thing to think about.
They up the risk, but didn't up the reward in the same quantity.
So bad.
So, that part has been frustrating for me the longer I've thought about it as well. There's stuff I absolutely like in the patch. I like that they're adding new unique items. But when I realized this one isn't...
This pissed me off when I saw this.
I didn't realize this when I was reading the patch. I realized it the day after. I no longer even care that it's in the game. Because it's an uber rare. So 1 out of 30 billion people on the planet are going to get it. And here's the other funny part. They made this uber unique a staff. So
lucky sorceresses, but here's the thing. Good luck getting the freaking drop, like he said. That ain't gonna happen. I still haven't gotten a helmet. I put like probably like 300 hours in this game.
Damn thing. So the community has been very boiled up, so much to the point that they're kind of doing a campfire chat on Friday. to discuss this, which I can just already see the Twitch chat and how this is going to go. It doesn't matter where you go. You can go to any YouTube video. You can go to any Reddit post.
Hey, Chris, what's up, bud?
Post. I don't see anyone who likes these changes. Everything from avid fans to people that, you know, don't even like the game. I actually talked to the Act Man on the live stream, and you asked him, did you think that these would be the type of changes you'd like? He's like, yeah, maybe make it more difficult. But, you know,
Thanks.
It's like even someone who played the game a little bit and didn't like it, they're not going to come back to these games because of these changes.
Nope, they're not.
So the reason people are so mad right now is everyone basically just took all the time to build their character and then logged in on the day they expected to be hyped up for the season. And when they came back to the game after probably like a week or two break, they just see that their character is worse and they can do less of the content that's in the game than they can already do. They literally can do less content now than they could before, right before the season. So,
and we were gonna push to 100 too. Like we only had 10 levels left, and like now I can't even fucking do that. And we're just gonna have to wait on our legacy characters. Like luckily we have everything in the game done except Uber Lilith. Like that's it, right? And that's like okay, whatever. We'll get that done eventually. I'm no rush really. But they're just making shit harder for people who like haven't even gotten to that point or are on the cusp of it. It's like what? Why? That's what we're dealing with right now.
They took a pin and deflated the balloon right as the season hype is about to start, baby. And this is supposed to be this is supposed to be the moment where like people come back and like, oh, here we go. You know, so I don't really get the logic of the previous campfire of like, we're gonna have you have broken, overpowered fun builds, but then you nerf everything right before it. By like, I mean, we're talking big nerf numbers. Like these aren't small numbers. You look at these nerfs. This is a 50 to 25%. So that is a 50% nerf on core stats.
That bugs me, man. The strength? Like, I wasn't really building into strength as much, but it was a huge thing for barbarians still. Like, not massively huge, but then, like, on top of that, they fucking reduced the cooldown reduction.
Intelligence, cooldown by 30%.
That's critical. Like,
damage, 17%.
Vulnerable, too. Fuck me.
Vulnerable damage, 40%.
Stupid. That just ruined the whole barbarian. Like, just fucking throw it in the trash.
Okay. As much as vulnerable damage on crossbows is 65%. Inherit on swords crit with strike damage by 50%. This nerfs like everything.
Everything. Like you can't go through freaking Nightmare Dungeons super fucking fast anymore now.
The stuff they increase is by 25%, and this has to do with just raw stats of like physical damage with two-handed, you know, etc. Conjuration damage. They increase some stats to compensate. But the ones they decreased are multiple of the modifiers that multiply off each other. Like vulnerable, critical strike, and core. These are all like, you know, core stats. That is not core damage. These are all like individual multipliers. And that's where you get your big numbers from. So everyone lost a lot of damage because of this. But what's more frustrating isn't even the damage. I mean, you could probably get past losing some damage. But it's the items. Like people just went and farmed hell tides forever to get perfect stat items. And then they log into the game and their items are just way worse. Like you can actually see this on my sword here. Like I went and I max row the vulnerable one, and this was like 70.5% or something like that. And I log in, it's 42%.
I'm scared to log into my barbarian because I already know what's gonna happen. I'm so scared to log into it, Chris. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm about to like change so much shit
today. I'm just like, holy moly, that feels weird. I was actually okay with the Bone Spear build nerfs. Like I know Evosion is pretty good. That's why I got ranks of it in my amulet. Obviously, the Splintering's good. It went from, you know, I mean, look at my roll now. It's 129%. So I get nerfing the class skills, but they doubled down and they nerfed everything else. So everyone just kind of feels bad about this patch. And honestly, I feel bad about this patch. So I'm put it this way, boys. When DM comes up here that has nothing like really positive, like I don't have a lot positive to say. And it's pretty rare because I try to keep pretty positive and be pretty happy about things. But I kind of don't get this one. I really especially don't get the timing of it. There's only one argument I can understand, which is that they reduced all of the damage reduction, all of the total armor and all that now to get a baseline because everyone's going to start new characters in the season and they want to see how weak people are so that by season 2, when they adjust resistances, they will be able to have better data to accumulate resistances within defensive properties. That's the only logic I can make out of this from like a development standpoint.
See, like, I'm probably gonna have to like, I get that a lot, but then it makes me question what class I'm gonna play. Because I do play Barbarian, I'm probably just do a Thorn build or like a Bleed build. Like when you play games like this, Chris, what do you think? Like what kind of characters are you a fan of in terms of like build stuff? Do you like playing Sorcerer, Necromancer? Because I know you have some favorites too when it comes to Diablo, just in general. Oh, Ariel, are you still muted? I want to get some coffee real quick. I'm out. I already drank mine. So, like, you're a Paladin lover then, right, Chris? Like, Paladin was awesome, too, in 3. I'm pretty sure you played Paladin, right? Paladin was awesome. Really fun class. Yeah. Uh-huh. Please. Okay.
Maybe they're trying to get the data. But here's my counter. I don't care if they're trying to get the data from it. I want to have fun with the game now. I just don't care. It's not my problem to develop the game. It's not my problem to figure out the balance of the game. It's my problem to play the game and have fucking fun because I paid for the game.
Is this gonna be a problem every fucking season? Like, is this gonna happen every season? Like, I feel like I'm worried now that, like, after the season comes out, they're gonna get their data, and we're gonna all just suffer through it until, like, the fucking patch comes out. Then we're gonna enjoy our builds while we enjoy them as the patch hits, because they fixed everything at that point. Once the season ends, after we've got all our super overpowered builds because of the new seasonal mechanics and everything, the Malignant Hearts, whatever, then we're gonna be like, oh, talking up the game again. New season comes up. Oh, we're excited for season. Oh, let's downgrade everything again. Let's just bring everything back down again. And then we're gonna feel like useless and shit again after just grinding our really awesome builds. That's a poor fucking model. And the reason why is because it takes everything we grind for and feel strong with and just completely, like, just throwing it in the trash. Oh, it was a waste of time. If they're gonna do this, they better give us some really cool fucking rewards. I'm just saying. Like, if they better give us really cool rewards to work towards in their season model, if they're gonna make it feel like we're just wasting our time in the end.
So I don't see a way in which I would even care, even if that is the logic behind it. So I don't have a lot of positive things to say. I'm sorry it's a negative video.
I don't blame him.
To be overwhelmingly negative.
He's being honest. This isn't negative.
Streaming, and it's just overwhelming how many people hate this. And honestly, after playing it, like I played it for like 4 hours, tested out stuff. Yes, you can absolutely still blast through Nightmare Dungeons if you have, great gear and stuff. Yes, you can still kill Uber Lilith. I'm sure I can still kill Uber Lilith even with my nerfed build. Okay, but the game feels slower and worse for having had these changes. And I'm just a little bit bummed out about it today. That's the honest truth. I want to make one last point at the end here. You know why the rogue feels so good to play compared to the other classes? Because it's fast and the mechanics are fast. You're daggering and then jumping across somewhere else, and then all the daggers go through, and you're just speeding through everything. Everyone likes that, right? So when you slow the entire game down, everyone's not going to like it. That's the point. Faster feels better in an action RPG.
Yeah,
there's
it's fun.
Action
look at Path of Exile.
when the game is fast. When it's slow, there's less action. And when there's less loot, there's less action. And guess where the loot comes from? Killing things. So when you kill things slower, there's less loot. So now we have less action, basically less loot. Okay. I don't get why the game needed to be slower.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. Completely agree. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.